On March 15th, I got fired from my job. I won't go on a rant on how, ooh, the company is bad and all that. I mainly made this video to express how I felt. I didn't realize until now that I actually had made a video on this topic that I never actually released. So I wanted to share this video today because I figured since a larger part of my life that has affected me, I think it'd be good to document it, even if it's a little late. I hope you guys enjoy my little rant. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Alright fellas, how's it going? This is take 3 of the video. Welcome back to another Red Cypher video. Hopefully we don't get absolutely demolished like last time. Besides the point, you read the title. I already did 3 takes of this. I lost my job. Sucks ass. Yeah, it really does. I hate it. I forgot how difficult it was to get a job. Hey, sir. Don't look at me like that. Forgot how hard it was to get a job, but it's fine. We'll find a job. I already applied at a couple of places, and this motherfucker fell. I already applied at a couple places, so hopefully they, accept me. They're like, oh, I think I'll give Red Cypher a shot, Oh, unlike that, why didn't I move? I couldn't move. What is this, dude? I don't know what my team is doing. I did apply to a couple places, mostly at a hospital as a receptionist, because I did want to dabble into the field of getting a job as an office worker and stuff like that. What is this guy doing? We never agreed to this, which hopefully will get me into a better field of working rather than just manufacturing my entire life, because that was my last job. If you didn't already know, I worked as, oh. I'm just not gonna fight you guys. Okay, or not, dude, that's cool. Take the hits. Oh, I should have just forgot this is not recent comment. Okay, yeah, we're really struggling to find a job. I did apply to a couple places, like I said, mostly office jobs, so I can try to get into an office job sooner or later. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the choices I have right now. But what can I do? Complain? Yeah, it's not really gonna be useful anyway. So what we're off to do, we're just gonna wait until one of them accepts. I will try to apply to a. Oh, great. Oh, there I go. I will try to apply to a retail, see what's up with that. It is going to be a significant pay cut because honestly, I was getting paid really well. Getting paid approximately 25 an hour, which is about 4 grand a month, and I just fell off. And going from 25 an hour to what, 16, maybe 15 if I'm lucky an hour. That's a $10 pay cut. Oh my goodness. I'm honestly too used to living at 4K a month, and honestly, I'm not good with finances, so this is quite frankly a really bad thing. Job hunting seems quite difficult to do nowadays. I don't know if you guys were aware, especially since a lot of you, or at least the people that I know from my channel and all that, they aren't really. Oh, okay, there I go. They aren't really from around here, but we're in an economic crises. Hello, what's happening? I'd say economic crisis, more like a job crisis, because people are not hiring, even though they say they want to hire. And actually, a couple minutes ago, I asked my friend, hey, what about your place? Are they hiring? He said yes. A couple minutes later, I tried it, and it said no. So I'm like, what's up with that? He says, corporate froze all hiring processes. And I'm like, damn it. And then, why? Because the goddamn president. Why? Why must I get fired at the worst possible moment, Chad? Are you trying to axe me to death? Okay. Thanks for a diamond, I guess. What are these guys doing? A lot of possible job careers that I've been looking into were mostly office related to see what I can get over there, because I don't have any experience working in an office. I've never been in an office. Hell, I don't even know what office life is at this point in time. Since when? I don't know. Why are they putting water? They realize that doesn't work, right? How the hell do I manage to do that? But yeah, I wanted to dabble in office jobs and try to get it some experience, because I've only worked retail and a factory, and at least one of those pays well. Yeah, a lot of the jobs in here in the United States are factory jobs, and they pay a heck ton. Oh no. Why? Because because it's America, damn it. We gotta make stuff. Honestly, working in a factory, my experience working in a factory is very tiresome. I work 12 hours every day-ish, get a couple of days off every week. Schedule was I worked 4 days one week, 3 days with the other, and mandatory overtime, which I do get paid, of course. Yeah, it's a lot of working. I like the last weekend that I worked there, I worked for 48 hours, just 4 days straight, basically. It was rough. It was the roughest week of my life. And then I and then I got fired, which is now the second roughest week of my life. Yeah, these factory jobs are physically demanding, and as a 19-year-old, not only that, I'm a fat 19-year-old boy. It's rough. It's really painfully rough. Somehow, I was the longest lasting employee there. That was also the youngest, 19 years of age, in a goddamn factory. A rule of thumb that my fellow employees would tell me, right, is that they wouldn't learn anyone's name if they were a kid like my age, right, 18 years, 19 years, maybe 20 years, right, if they because likely they'd try out a factory job and then quit the first month, which, you know, understandable. I would have quit the first month too, but I also didn't. And I became well respected because I was the longest lasting 19-year-old there. Worst thing is that I didn't get fired because of some horrible action I've done, right? It was inevitable. It was gonna happen. I don't have a car. And in a world where cars are literally the only way to move around, it was gonna happen. I've woken up late several times and, well, those caught up to me and I got fired. They told me, hey, we need to talk. And I'm like, oh boy, it's over. And I was right. It was over. They told me we need to talk. And what we talked about is, unfortunately, you did reach our point system limit, which was 5 points. Which that's incredibly lenient, may I add. But I reached those 5 points, and unfortunately they had to terminate me, which, by the way, I despise the word terminate. It's honestly not a good word. I hate that word. Yucky word. Terrible word. They escorted me practically from the office over to where I have my stuff located. I just see my fellow co-workers there looking at me a bit, not, oh, I guess a bit flustered. I don't know. Shamed, disappointed. Probably disappointed. They were probably disappointed in me. They looked at me, and, you know, I've met a lot of these people. These are really nice people, despite their preferences and all that. They were really open politically, and honestly, I didn't expect that because that was such a cultural shock. That was such a culture shock, basically. I guess I started working there, and people started openly talking about it. I'm like, oh, what? This is not PC at all. What the heck? They're really going at us. How? When I started that job, I was pretty new to PTO, paid overtime, which is something pretty dope, right? I've never had that ability to use beforehand, and now I had it. What is this amazing thing? It's called I get paid for doing nothing. But there's a catch, right? You gotta apply for it. Well, not really apply. You gotta ask people for it or to use it. How? That's insane, dude. This isn't even the weekend. What day is it today? What day is today? Today's Friday! Oh, it's Friday afternoon. Oh, you know what? That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. You have paid overtime. You got to request to use it. And it's honestly pretty great. Yeah, I get to skip a day of work, and with other days that I don't work, I can add those and have like 4 days straight with no working. Pretty dope. Turns out I don't know how to use that well. It kind of correlates to my inability to be financially responsible, which is also the case here. Turns out I'm also not financially responsible, chat. I use my money a lot of money. I actually use a fuck ton of money, you could say. But alas, we live and learn. That's the whole. My God, this guy's so annoying. How? Wow. You actually cannot hear them. I ran out of all my paid overtime, which in turn means that I can only use not paid overtime, which honestly I would take had there not been a system for points, right? I could take a day off and not get paid. That's fine by me. But lose my job, understandably so, I can see why they added that. But, you know, run out of those times and times I actually do need them, like let's say I'm actually sick or I need to go somewhere, I can't use it because I already used it all. So I was on half a heart this entire time, practically, and no one's... Goodness gracious. So, if you ever get paid overtime, chat, make sure to use it wisely. Don't be lazy like I am. Trust me, it's worth it. If you like your job, awesome. If you don't, just quit. It's a lot better than being terminated. I don't know. There's definitely something I can learn, while being fired. Like I said, there's definitely something I can learn about this. Maybe, not to lose my job. That's a good thing to learn. But alas, I did lose my job, and alas, I am suffering because of it. I'm suffering, the consequences of my own actions. Perhaps take something out of this. Be better than me. That's all I ask of you. I'm not the best person. I'm definitely not the best person. I'm certainly a person. I am flawed. I am vulnerable to these types of things. I don't know. I'm not a good person. I need to go back to my team because they are suffering without me. Oi. Awesome. There's this guy over here. What's up, buddy? Hi, buddy. Bye-bye, buddy. How's no one going after him? Okay. Thanks for the diamond. I definitely need help. A lot of it. I'm a guy. Oh, wow. Hi, buddy. I'm about to die. These guys are bitches. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. What happened? But I suppose that's all I really want to talk about today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next video, which I'll probably record right now. Bye.